Yeah, vertigo is a legit thing. I get it pretty bad in certain video games too. When we were playing, it was a few months ago when we were playing Assassin's Creed Mirage, and you're climbing those towers in Baghdad. I get it. I get it in video games too. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely a. If you suffer from vertigo, you know exactly what it's all about. People who don't suffer from vertigo, they'll never understand it. It's crazy to me too. I don't know that it's something you can get over. I don't know if it's something you can like train yourself to ignore. I don't know if it's one of those things where like if you oh something it just showed me like a tree. Oh no, great spine Doug bog. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's one of those things where if you subject yourself to it a bunch of times, you'll get it'll get better. It'll get easier. Because some things are like that, you know. Because like I used to be terrified of spiders, and now over time, I'm no longer terrified of spiders. I don't like them, um, but like I don't just like panic when I see them now. Now it's more like there was one on the bed a few months ago here in the office, and I was like, and I killed it, you know. But I mean, I got up from the stream, and I was like, oh, gross, because it wasn't big, nasty. It's like you're in my room. No, sorry. Um, but I don't mind them anymore. Like if they're a lot of times too, if they're smaller ones, I'll pick them up with a piece of paper and chuck them outside. The bigger ones I don't because they move fast and I don't. I just no. Um, but like I used to be terrified of spiders, and now I don't. Deep water is another thing for me. Like I had a bad experience when I was a teenager with sucking water into my lungs and almost drowning and just never I've never enjoyed deep water after that. I'm not a very good swimmer, um, so I just avoid deep water. Um, I don't really have a problem when I'm on boats, but I don't like go to boats. I don't like go on boats. I'm gonna get these dark wizards because I need two more of them. Oh, these are poachers. Nice. Um, so like I went scuba diving one time, and that was hard for me. Scuba diving was really hard because I don't like deep water, and we were off the coast of Turkey, and the Isle of Bodrum, and or the coast of Bodrum. Bodrum was the name of the town. I don't think it was an island. It's been a long time. And I went scuba diving, and it wasn't very deep. I think I think we only went down like 10 meters. It was all we went down. But it was really hard for me to go under, to go down with the gear on and everything, because and I did calm down after, about 10 minutes of being under and everything, but it was not a pleasurable experience. But I've always thought to myself, I wonder if I could get over my fear of deep water if I would just go do more scuba diving and just learn how to swim better and, you know, take the necessary precautions, learn the gear, do all those things. But it's also like, why would I? I don't want to go out of my way to do that. Because I'll admit, the idea of skydiving, it looks fun, but I know that I would have a heart attack. Like, but then I watch guys like, Tom Cruise who have no fear of heights, whatever, and it's like I don't like they're hanging off the sides of buildings doing their movies, and I'm just like, God damn. Maybe if I was getting paid millions of dollars, I would get over my fear too, but
Here I am,
I
as
don't
good as
know.
my word.
Aversion therapy? It's a physical reaction rather than a psychological reaction. Is it though? That's the thing. Like, or is it just your perception? Because if you close your eyes, it goes away, right?
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see
Yeah,
you.
there might be something
Only a
scary down there,
Ravenclaw would travel this
Kenny.
far in
Something waiting
pursuit
to
of
eat your feet.
knowledge.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Yeah, my sister-in-law, my wife's one of
Aside
one
from
of
the
my
bird
wife's
bath,
sisters.
anything else I should look for?
Indeed.
Her
A few
boyfriend
landmarks,
is
stone bridge, a waterfall,
the same
and,
same
if
job,
I recall,
Mithril. He's
a
an underwater
lake.
welder.
You'll see.
He's early
You've been very
40s,
helpful.
but
Thank
he's
you.
been mostly retired for the past like 5 years now because like he'll go do the occasional contract, but he doesn't do it full time anymore because just the wear and tear on his body from going down all those years. And we were talking about the other day because he was asking about my, leg therapy and stuff, and he was talking about all the problems he has physically
Surprising how
from doing
much
that
of this
job.
is rather unfortunately coming back to me.
There's a big label for spiders, kids.
Oh, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
Accio! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Potato! Stupid!
Ah! Other spider. How do I... Hang on. Why did it change? There we go.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Stupid! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Potato! Stupid! Levioso!
I like turned it into lots of little spiders. That was cool. And then I stomped them. That was pretty cool.
Accio!
Pork lump juice. Tasty. Yeah, ticks are nasty. Any sort of like, especially if you ever see them microscopically, it's like.
Incendio!
All those mites are just nasty.
To me, they'll rest in 10 graves. Oh, the anticipation!
Use Protego successfully twice.
Potato! Stupid one! Stupid one! Stupid one! Accio! Incendio! Stupid one! Levioso! Potato!
You'll have to fight him.
Accio! Incendio!
Oh, it's a lock. Great. I still don't have lock. I need that spell, man.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word. Revelio.
Puffle skin?
Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Can't do anything with those. Man, this forest
Something
is
solemn about this
incredibly
place.
well designed.
Such regal creatures, stags. Revelio.
There's the fountain.
There it is. Just as Jackdaw described. Accio.
Okay.
Intramuros.
Into the creepy cave we go.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Potato. Stupid. Accio. Incendio.
I shall avenge your death.
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Jackdaw's tomb. Hang on, I'm hearing some tapping. It might be Chris knocking on the back door. Hang on a second. Alright, we're good. What's up, JK? What's up, JK? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wonder how big this place is.
It's as big as your mom.
Accio.
Okay. Dead spiders. Some sort of pods.
These rooms must have something to do with opening this door.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the sequel for this game. This has been a really magical experience, no pun intended.
Revelio. Incendio. Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this.
Indeed.
Accio. Incendio. Potato. Stupid. Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Worth going down in here? I wonder. Oh, I do see a treasure chest in here, so.
I'm not gonna touch those. Ugh. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio.
Oh, those power-ups fade after time, so if you don't grab them really quick, they disappear. That is good to know. Alright. Curious silver spectacles. Hideous. I refuse to be caught wearing these ridiculous... Oops. It's squares to customize. Okay, down we go. Ooh.
If I could summon that platform to me, I could likely get on it.
Indeed. Spiders.
Accio. Expelling Dagon. Stupefy.
That is so cool to squish them.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Okay.
Accio.
Okay.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Dude, that was pretty cool, to be honest with you. The way that this works, you get on the platform and then pull yourself to the next one. That's a pretty cool little... Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Can I also pull it this way? Dude. That's I gotta say that's a pretty cool design. I'm digging that. Alright, back through the cave we go. I think that's where we came from.
Accio. Protego. Stupefy. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Another puzzle. Well, if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I.
Well, it'll probably just be fire again, won't it?
Accio.
No, it's Accio this time, okay. Oh, where's the third one? Yeah, I saw the teaser yesterday, so it's gonna be more Warhammer from Owlcat. I can't wait. I just, as much as I love their games, they have got to like make a smaller game and have it fully voiced. Because I love their games, but they need to have them fully voiced. They need to do their games fully voiced. Because the voice acting they have is phenomenal. But it always feels really janky because it's so sporadic. It'd be like, oh, the first hour and a half fully voiced, and then after that only these little instances are fully voiced. And it's a budgetary issue. That's really easy to fix. You make a smaller game, you tightly refine the story, and you make a 40-hour experience that has fully voiced amazing talent instead of making a 150-hour sprawling epic that has it's a personal thing, I realize, but like from a streaming perspective, I'm with Co Carnage on that. Like I don't want to have to play those games live because there's too much. I can't read all that dialogue. Like it's not feasible. From a player's perspective, they're absolutely dream games to play. From a streaming perspective, I can't play your games live, Owlcat, because you have, you know, 5 million lines of dialogue. I can't be doing that. Rogue Trader was awesome though. I honestly, man, that's hard because I really like both the Pathfinder games, but that Rogue Trader game was something else. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun in that game. That was my first like real Warhammer experience. Maybe that's why I enjoy it so much, is because
I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been
Pathfinder I'm more
interested
familiar
in
with
this
because it's
loot,
like
but there's
D&D,
no
you know, and
sign
so
of
it's
him.
like, I'm familiar with the races and concepts. It's a fantasy game, you know.
It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
I finally got a beanie. Dude, I'm really happy that you could just ignore that portion of their games, JK. Both Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous. I disabled that stuff. Like I just ignored it. I was like, I don't want to play the campaign map. I don't want to play I just want to play the RPG component of those games, which I'm really glad they allowed you to turn that option off and not do that stuff. Just have it be all automatic behind the scenes because I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to do your campaign map stuff. I hated the demon battles in Wrath of the Righteous. Like that was just like, ugh, no. Honestly, I don't know which way to go over here first. This might just be a quick little puzzle.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. Accio! Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Stupefy! Incendio! Accio!
Yeah, both of those games you can turn it off, JK. You have to go in, it's pretty deep into the settings, but in both the Pathfinder games you can turn off the those campaign modes. Like in Kingmaker it was needing to run your kingdom, and in Wrath of the Righteous it was needing to manage your campaign armies and stuff. You could turn off all that stuff so that you don't have to do it. Thankfully, because that stuff was boring as all get out to me. The rest of those games were amazing. Like Wrath of the Righteous is one of the deepest CRPGs you'll ever play. I mean, if they could have had the budget, I mean, because I remember when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, there was a lot of people who were like, "No, this is no, Wrath of the Righteous is still better than this game." And I will admit that Wrath of the Righteous is just as big and just as epic in scope as Baldur's Gate 3, but I didn't have the budget to do all the cutscenes and the voice acting and the motion capture and all that other stuff. But what Wrath of the Righteous does have in terms of a gameplay experience is, I think, richer and deeper than Baldur's Gate 3 has in terms of combat, classes, like all that complexity. But it didn't have the budget, so it's a different CRPG experience. But they're great games. Owlcat is very good at making
An
deeply
untouched
complex
chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this
CRPGs.
cave.
And I'll admit, um,
Accio.
Rogue Trader for me, it was actually almost a little too complex in some areas because it was my first time playing Warhammer. But great game, great experience overall. I think we need to go down that way, but there's something over here.
Accio.
Can I make that jump? Can I make that jump?
Revelio. Accio.
Do I care about those crafting ingredients down there?
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Oh, I guess this doesn't go anywhere. Okay, we're good. I was thinking this like led to the...
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete.
Almost complete. Not the same as.
More spiders. These can't be what the hell is Richard Jackdaw. Protego! Stupefy! Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
Oh, big mama spider.
Protego! Stupefy! Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
Ah! I missed. That was my first ever dodge miss.
Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how the spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
No, I need those. Gimme.